Good morning, class. I still like imagining that you're saying it. Well, it's Friday. Happy Friday, everybody. I know I said I was going to come into school and get some stuff, but I changed my mind at the last minute. I got everything I need right here in the studio. So I'm just going to hang out here. I don't really have any new news for you of any kind. Next week, we're going to do some seesaw experimenting. But what we can do right now is keep on going with our April adventure. Ooh. Well, we know for sure now it's the older kids that hid all those eggs, but there's a problem because there was some special real eggs. I think they said they hard-boiled them and painted them gold. They're not there anymore. The younger sibs did not find them. So that's still a mystery, even to the big kids. So here we go. Chapter 5, Raccoon Clues. It took only a few minutes to walk to Indian Way Road where Mr. Pocket lived. Bradley brought Pal. Pal liked to play with Randolph, Mr. Pocket's dog. The kids climbed up Mr. Pocket's porch. That's a tongue twister, Mr. Pocket's porch. Bradley rang the bell. They heard barking from inside. A man's voice said, "Hush, Randolph." Then Pal barked too. Woof. His big tail swung back and forth. The door opened and Mr. Pocket smiled at the kids. "Well, hello," he said. He was holding a fluffy dog in his arms. "Look, Randolph, we have company." Randolph wriggled to get down to play with Pal. Pal tugged on his leash to reach Randolph. "Hi, Mr. Pocket," Bradley said. "We were wondering if we could ask you some questions." Mr. Pocket raised his bushy white eyebrows. "Questions? About what?" he asked. "About missing Easter eggs," Nate said. "Ooh, a mystery. Come right on in." The four kids and Pal trooped into Mr. Pocket's living room. Mr. Pocket set Randolph on the floor. "You can let Pal off his leash," he told Bradley. Bradley did, and the two dogs began to wrestle. "Please, come in the kitchen," Mr. Pocket said. "I have something on the stove." Bradley, Brian, Nate, and Lucy followed Mr. Pocket. He walked over to the stove and stirred something in a pot. "Do you kids like spinach?" he asked. "No!" shouted Nate and Brian. "Yes!" shouted Bradley and Lucy. Mr. Pocket laughed. "Don't worry, I won't make you eat any," he said. "Actually, I'm boiling dandelion greens. They taste even better than spinach." "You eat dandelions?" Nate asked. "My parents pull them up and throw them away. Aren't dandelions just weeds?" "Yes, they are weeds," Mr. Pocket said, "but if you pick the leaves before the yellow blossoms open, they make a delicious meal. I just boil them for a few minutes and add a little butter, salt, and pepper. Yum!" Mr. Pocket sat down his mixing spoon. "Now, what about this egg mystery?" he asked. The kids told him how Dink, Josh, and Ruth Rose hid some plastic eggs for them to find. "But they also hid 4 real eggs," Bradley went on. "They painted them gold. They said if we found them, we would get a treasure." There's Mr. Pocket's house. Mr. Pocket smiled. "And did you find the eggs?" he asked. "No, they told us where they hid the eggs, but they disappeared," Nate said. "We remembered seeing you in the park," Lucy added. "We wondered if you saw them." "No, I only saw the swans and a lot of dandelions," Mr. Pocket said. Randolph and Pal raced into the kitchen. "I wonder if Randolph ate the eggs," Brian said. Mr. Pocket laughed. "My little dog doesn't like eggs," he said. "Well, we'd better keep looking," Bradley said. "Thanks a lot, Mr. Pocket." "Sorry we disturbed you." "Oh, you didn't disturb me at all," Mr. Pocket said. "Randolph and I love visitors." He walked the kids to the door. "I hope you solve your mystery," he said. The 4 kids walked out onto Mr. Pocket's porch. "You know, I just thought of something," Mr. Pocket said. He was looking through his screen door. "Raccoons often steal birds' eggs to eat. I saw a family of raccoons this morning. I wonder if they took your eggs." "We saw them too," Brian said. "That's a good idea, Mr. Pocket." The kids said goodbye, and Bradley put Pal back on his leash. "Let's cut through the park and check one more time," he said. "Maybe we'll see those raccoons again," Lucy said. "They better not be having eggs for breakfast," Nate said. Ooh, that was kind of a short one. Well, This weekend, I'm going to be working on getting some fun things set up on Seesaw. Seesaw will be the new thing next week, where we can send videos and pictures back and forth to each other. I have some ideas of some really neat and new learning things that some companies have put up for free, just for us, because we're kind of stuck at home, you know. So that'll be the brand new thing. In the meantime, though, on the class website is all the different ways that you can log into special websites and apps to keep practicing reading and math mostly. And there's your login names and your passwords, they're all there on the class website. I'm just about ready to send an email to your parents too so they can find them. So while you wait for Seesaw to get up and running, you can keep watching my read aloud videos. You can also keep practicing on Freckle, practicing on Prodigy. There's Lexia, there's IXL. There's all kinds of really good stuff for you to keep on practicing your stuff while you're stuck at home. I miss you. I love you. I wish we were together. But I'm thinking about you all the time, and I know that no matter how long it takes, we will be together again someday soon, and it'll be so fun. It'll be like a party when we get to be back together again. I look forward to that day, and that's what cheers me up. I hope you all have a really fun weekend, and be safe. Be fun, be kind to each other, and I'll see you again next week. Bye, friends.